You open Instagram at 11 p.m. You don't even mean to. Your thumb just does it on its own. And there it is. Someone from your old class just bought a house. Someone you used to sit next to in school just got promoted. Someone you haven't spoken to in 3 years just posted a photo from Bali with a caption about manifesting their dream life. And you're lying in bed, in the same room you've been in for 2 years, feeling like everyone else got on a train and you're still standing on the platform. That feeling has a name. It's called the catch-up trap, and almost nobody talks about how to actually get out of it. Today, I want to walk you through exactly that. First, let's deal with the lie. Social media is not real life. It's the highlight reel of real life. Nobody posts the year they spent unemployed before they got that job. Nobody posts the 3 relationships that fell apart before the one that worked. Nobody posts the panic attacks, the debt, the nights they cried in their car in a parking lot because they didn't know what they were doing with their life. They post the wedding. They post the new car. They post the gym transformation. They never post the 8 months of failure that came before it. So when you compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, you're not just losing. You're playing a game that was rigged before you even opened the app. The people you think are ahead of you have struggled just as much as you have. They just didn't film it. Now here's the part nobody wants to hear. Knowing that doesn't fix the feeling. You can know social media is fake and still feel behind. So let's actually talk about catching up. Real catching up. And it doesn't start where you think it does. Principle 1, start with what's in front of your face. Literally. Most people want to catch up by getting the big things first. The career, the relationship, the bank account. But those show up later. They're not where you begin. They're the result of months of small decisions, not a starting point. The actual starting point is your appearance. Not because looks are everything, but because it's the fastest, most controllable signal you can send to your own brain that says, I am someone who takes care of things. Cut your hair. Wash your face. Wear clothes that fit. Stand up straight. Every time you look in the mirror and see someone who's let themselves go, your brain quietly files that away as proof that you're a person who doesn't follow through. Fix that one thing, and your brain starts believing something different about you. Principle 2. The gym is not about the body, it's about the muscle of doing something you don't feel like doing. This is the real reason successful people tell you to work out. It's that the gym is the cheapest, most repeatable lesson in discipline that exists. Nobody feels like going on a Tuesday at 6 a.m. You go anyway. And the moment you've proven to yourself that you can do a hard thing on a day you didn't feel like it, that same skill transfers everywhere else, to your work, to your habits, to the conversations you've been avoiding. People who feel behind in life are almost never behind in intelligence or opportunity. They're behind in reps. The gym gives you reps for free. Principle 3, build a routine before you build a goal. This is where most people get it backwards. They set a massive goal. Get rich, get fit, get the dream job, and then wonder why they can't sustain the motivation. Motivation was never the plan. Routine is the plan. Wake up at the same time. Eat at the same times. Have a non-negotiable block of time every single day where you work on the one thing that matters most to you. Not because you feel inspired that day, but because that's just what you do now. The people who look like they're ahead of you aren't relying on motivation either. They built a structure that makes progress automatic, even on the days they don't feel like it. Principle 4, pick one lane and stop comparing it to everyone else's lane. This is the quiet killer. You see someone your age with a house, and you panic, even though you're working on a completely different version of success. You see someone with a relationship, and you forget you're rebuilding your mental health. You cannot catch up in a race you're not even running. The moment you stop trying to match someone else's timeline and start asking, what does progress look like for me, specifically today, that pressure starts to disappear. It stops being a competition and starts being a project. And projects, unlike races, don't have a deadline you're failing to meet. Here's the truth most people never get told. You are not behind, you are early. Early to the version of yourself that hasn't been built yet. The people you're comparing yourself to didn't catch up by sprinting. They caught up by quietly fixing their appearance, their body, their routine, and their definition of progress. So close the app. Fix the small thing in front of you today, then the next one tomorrow. That's the whole secret. There was never a finish line everyone else crossed without you. There was just a habit you hadn't started yet. Start it today.